Hi, friends. Today I'm going to talk about thoughts about titrating up. A lot of us on GLP-1s like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, the medication comes in different dosage amounts. You start off with a very small dosage amount and to make sure that your body can handle the medication so that you don't have severe side effects at the very beginning, to kind of get your body used to the medication. And then the dosages can go up. I'm taking Mounjaro 10 milligrams right now. I have been on a Mounjaro journey for this is my 67th week already. So well over a year now. I started taking Mounjaro on January 10th of 2024. So it's just been a little over a year now. I started at 2.5 milligrams and did that for a month. And then my doctor titrated me up to 5 milligrams. I was on 5 milligrams for a few months. And then my doctor titrated me up to 7.5. And then I was on 7.5 for quite a few months. And then titrated up to 10 milligrams. And that's where I currently am. And my doctor, who has been my doctor for at least 35 years, fantastic primary care doctor. I love Dr. Gannon with all my heart. Oh my gosh, he was absolutely wonderful. And he's also my husband Jeff's primary care doctor too, and has been his doctor for about 35 years now. And when I was on a 7-week van trip, my doctor retired. And so that was really hard for me that he's gone, because my doctor had a style where we partnered together. And I really like that style of doctor where you're partnering, because, I could talk to him about these or any side effects I've been having. This is how long my weight has stalled. I could talk to him and we would discuss it together and then figure out together what the best course of action would be for me next, to either stay on my dosage for longer or to move up. And and he retired, darn it. So I don't have his wonderful advice anymore. But he did let us know that there is a new doctor at his practice, and that he said that doctor has a similar style as him. So I'm really excited about that. And I did get to meet him, the new doctor, briefly, but it was for Jeff. So Jeff had a quick issue. And so, and then Jeff asked me to go with him. And so I got to meet our new doctor together. And he did a great job taking care of Jeff. And I have an appointment with him this coming Monday, because it is time for my 6-month checkup. I have type 2 diabetes. So when I'm taking Mounjaro, it is to help with my type 2 diabetes, but I've also been battling obesity almost my entire adult life. And so it's been very, very helpful that way too. I've lost 40 pounds, and I've been able to keep my 40 pounds off, which is a win, which is a win for me, which is great. But I haven't lost any weight since February 9th is when I went from 39 pounds to 40 pounds weight loss. And then I haven't lost any since. But I did go on a 7-week vacation, which I mentioned last week, that it was my first time stepping on the scale, and I was really nervous about that. And on vacation, I had gained 1.5 pounds. And then the week that I was home before going live, I had lost that 1.5 pounds. So I was back to 40 pounds even. I will tell you, we had Easter and a lot of food in the house and a lot of ham, which is very salty. So I giving myself grace by not stepping on the scale this week. I'm going to wait until next week to step on the scale again because I know it'll be disheartening. I can feel it in my face and in my fingers, like with my rings and stuff, that I've been eating a lot of the leftover ham, and ham's very salty. And so I know when I do step on the scale, it's going to look like there's a gain, but I know a lot of that's going to be water weight. So giving myself some grace this week. But next Monday, I'm going to be stepping on the doctor's scale. And I'm going to want to bring some questions to the doctor about if it's time for me to titrate up again. Would that be in my best interest? I've been taking 10 milligrams. There's still a 12.5 milligram level and a 15, but there's only 2 left. And some people, when they take the medication, if they're taking it just for weight loss, some people hope that they just do it for a while and then they'll be able to go off the medication when they lose all their weight and get all their good, healthy habits in place, that they may want to try to go off it. And people who do, there's a lot of people who the weight starts to come back on again because you get all those hunger pains again, and all that food noise comes back. And so sometimes it doesn't work, but I am sure there's some people out there that have had success by changing their habits and trying to eat in such a way that it, because GLP-1s, that's a natural hormone that you have in your body that helps you know that you are full. And there are some things that you can eat that can help you with that, like being sure that you eat plenty of protein. And I can tell you, I have not been particularly good this week because with Easter coming. And one of the things that I did is I went to Costco and I bought Hawaiian rolls. And when you buy things at Costco, you don't get like a little, you get a lot. And we were having a bunch of family over to the house, and Jeff was like, I think we should get extra just in case, because it'd be better to have too much than have not enough. So we had extra. And when I was looking at how much we had at home before Easter, a few days before Easter, I was like, well, want to open one of the packages and, we can make like a little mini sandwich slider with it or whatever. And he said, sure. And that was a mistake for me. So I now know that Hawaiian sweet rolls are, they don't have sugar on them, but they're very, for those of you who are not in the United States, they probably, I don't know if they sell them in other countries, but a Hawaiian sweet roll, they are, they're white bread, but they're extra soft, and they're soft and chewy white bread rolls. And I don't eat a lot of white bread. And so it really just kind of it's like eating a candy bar almost for me, because there's a lot of sugar in it. And I noticed that eating it was so delicious, and it's hard for me to stop eating them because they're so good. But that triggered more hunger for me this last week too. And then I realized, I was thinking, what am I doing wrong? I'm feeling, so hungry this week, and I feel like I need to be eating more. And but I think that was the Hawaiian rolls. So we had Thanksgiving dinner, and there were plenty of Hawaiian rolls left over, and I gave them all away. And so my daughter got a package to take home, and my son got a package to take home, because they're adults now. They're my adult kids. They each took a package home, because I was like, I don't want them in the house anymore, because I know that's not it's not good for me because it's making me hungrier again. So anyway, so even when you're taking Mounjaro or Zepbound or GLP-1s, it does matter what you eat, because there are some things that if you eat them, they may make you hungrier. So anyway, and I know everybody's journey is a little bit different. So I'm not a doctor, but I am your sister from another mister, and I always tell you how it is. There's another gal who I've been watching a lot of on YouTube. If you haven't had a chance to check her out, it's simply Taisha, and she's awesome. And she does little 2-minute videos every day that are like motivational videos while on Mounjaro. And she's already at maintenance and has lost a lot of weight. And she lifts weights and exercises, and she eats healthy. And so she's a good person. She's a good person to watch because she's doing all the right things. And she's kind of like a life coach too. So I really enjoy her 2-minute chats that she throws out there each morning. And one was about wearing a mask, and that a lot of times we wear a mask and we don't tell what's really going on and what's really happening. But I'll tell you, I haven't been really wearing any masks. I always give you guys the real deal, so you know what we're doing and where we're at, and you can watch what my experience is, and maybe there's something that you can relate to. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to help somebody else too while they're on their journey as well. So no masks. I ate too many of those Hawaiian sweet rolls, which it wasn't good. So I know if I ate more chicken or more meat, I would do better. So I need to get back onto that this week. Now, if you've had any wins this week, please put it in the comments, because I love celebrating our wonderful community that we have here. So if you have any wins, please share those wins. And if you have thoughts about titrating up, let me know what your thoughts are. I know there are some people who've lost like 100 pounds just doing maybe 2.5 or 5 milligrams, and that's all they've ever needed, and they did great. And that was it for them. And there are others that have needed more, and more worked really great for them. So it just kind of depends. I will tell you though, I want to share with my community that if you're someone who has stomach aches and you have nausea daily because you're taking a GLP-1, you really want to talk to your doctor about that, because that's miserable. And maybe there's something else that you can do, or anyway. But I have been really blessed. For me, I only would have nausea I've been doing this for 67 weeks, and there have been 3 times, but only 3 times in 67 weeks, that I woke up in the middle of the night because my food was just laying in my stomach and hurting me, and ended up having vomiting and diarrhea. That's only happened 3 times. I call those Mounjaro spankings. And so I'm very wise to those now, and I make sure that I don't have them. And to not have them for me is to eat more healthy. And if I eat healthy food, food that's not too terribly calorie dense and not too terribly high in sugar and high in fat and salt, then I do fine. I do absolutely fine. But I can have a little bit of calorie dense food as long as I don't have too much and I have an extremely small serving. So I can have a little taste of this or that. But if I have too much, that can really lay on my stomach when I'm taking my GLP-1. So just a little advice on that too, if you're someone with tummy aches. And if you, anyway, you definitely want to talk to your doctor about it because you don't want to just wait until your 3-month or 6-month appointment and be miserable. So be sure that you reach out to your doctor if you have any of those issues. But for me, I'm doing pretty well, though I'm wondering if maybe now would be the time to titrate up. So I am going to be talking to my new doctor about that. He has a really nice personality from what I could tell from that one visit with Jeff. So I'm going to be really curious what his thoughts are and what he has seen. So anyway, I'm going to check right now and see what some of your comments are because I see some people are writing down here. So I'm going to give some shout outs too. And I also want to just let you know, I love you guys. I'm sorry I wasn't, I usually do my lives on Mondays and I've been traveling. And so when I'm traveling, it's hard because I want to be able to have good internet connection for you. And so, so I wasn't always at the exact same time, but now that I'm back home, I said last week, yeah, we'll make 5 o'clock Arizona time, which is 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. And I don't know what time it is in the UK, 5 o'clock. That's like 11 o'clock or 12. I'm not sure. The time change is so weird. And we don't do daylight savings time in Arizona. Our clocks never change. We don't go forward and backwards twice a year. So it's always hard for me to figure out for sure what the time is in other countries, but I have figured it out for the East Coast and Central Time Zone because I have family in both of those places. Anyway, let's see what you guys have been up to, but that's kind of where I've been up to. I had too many white rolls last week and it really threw me off. And it made me sleepy, to be honest. I usually don't have fatigue, I don't think, while taking the medication, but I felt more fatigued. And I think it was just too many carbs, too many white carbs, versus fruits and vegetables and whole grains. It was just too many of those rolls. So anyway, let's see what we've got here. Oh, and then one other thing to think about with titrating up, there are pros and cons. So I've been part of this community for a long time, and I also watch other YouTubers and that are on GLP-1 journeys, and I read comments from their fans too, and a lot of research. And I will say one of the cons of moving up is sometimes you don't have bad side effects, and then you might move up and the higher dose might be too much for you. And all of a sudden you do have severe stomach aches or issues. So I know that might be the possibility. And if that were to happen, I just tell my doctor I need to titrate back down. And the next box of 4 pens, I would give the lower dose again because nobody's got time for that. No one wants to have an upset stomach every day. That'd be awful. So I know that can be a con. That can be a problem sometimes when you go up in dose. My other worry is that there's only 2 doses left that are higher, 12.5 and 15. And once I get to 15, there isn't anything higher. And I do want to do this long term, if at all possible, because it's just been so helpful for me. It's helped me to get 40 pounds off and keep 40 pounds off. It's also, I had non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and that's cured, gone totally wiped away and gone, which is amazing. And my A1C was the last time we have it checked, it'll be checked again on Monday. But my last time that I got it checked, it was down to 5.6, which is great. That's in the normal blood sugar zone. So, and I have type 2 diabetes. I had 10.2 was what I was when I was diagnosed, which is terrible. It's double blood sugar. So anyway, that's so much better. There's just, my knees used to hurt all the time and my knees don't hurt anymore. It really has helped with inflammation and stuff too. It's just been wonderful. So I'm hoping that I can stay on it, especially since I have type 2 diabetes. I'm hoping that I'll always be able to take it, but we'll see. But in this season of my life, it has been very helpful. So I don't know if I should rock the boat and go up a dose or stay where I'm at, make sure I eat cleaner with more up, my clean protein, and go back to complex carbs instead of eating these, eating the white bread rolls. So anyway, okay. But that's the pros and cons. And the pro could be, maybe I would lose more weight at 12 and a half. Maybe it would come off easier. I'm not sure. So, all right, let's see who is with us today. We got Pammy in the house. Yay. And Pammy says, hi, Gina. Well, I caught you on a Tuesday. It feels like a Monday because our schools were closed yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday I was going to go live at our normal time, but my neighbor, my next door neighbor, I love her dearly, and she is a widow, and she has this big, huge lemon tree, and it had so many lemons on it this year that it split in half. And so she had all these lemons and I live on a little lake, and the lemons were rolling into the lake. And lemon trees are very thorny. And she was having a hard time getting someone to come and trim the tree. And it looked like it might cost $1,000 to have someone come and trim the tree. So Jeff and I went over with a couple of my other friends, and we spent the afternoon helping her trim that tree and do a little bit of yard work and get her caught up on some yard work. So anyway, so time I was doing that, it was 90 degrees outside in the sun, dry heat, but still I was so hot and sweaty and exhausted. I just didn't have the energy to be able to shower up in time and come on. But I didn't take my shot, so I am going to take my shot today so I can do it live, because I usually like to do my shots live with you all, especially if we get someone who's watching and learning about taking Mounjaro, and they can see it really is easy, and it doesn't hurt. And Val says, hi, Gina, how did your testosterone go? Great. So I can tell you my testosterone has been wonderful. It has made a huge difference for me. I take both a little bit of, because I am postmenopausal, and I had a hysterectomy last year in May. So it's almost 1 year coming up to that. And starting in July of 2024, I started taking a little bit of testosterone, and I wear an estradiol patch, and I wear on Mondays and Fridays, I have to put a new patch on. So twice a week, I put on a new patch that just sticks to my belly, and that has been so helpful. I don't have night sweats anymore. I don't have hot flashes anymore, and it's helped me with. I didn't have it really bad, but for ladies, as we get older, if we cough or sneeze, we have to cross our legs real tight. And now I don't have to cross my legs when I cough or sneeze. And I used to have urgency where all of a sudden, I have to go to the bathroom. And by golly, I have got to run to that bathroom to make sure I'm going to make it in time. And every now and again, I wasn't making it in time for a smidge, a little bit. And that was really disheartening and frustrating. But testosterone, that's not an issue anymore, which is just so great, especially great when we're traveling too, because I'd have to do laundry a lot more often. But now I don't have that issue anymore. And there is someone that I've watched on YouTube that's a doctor, Dr. Kelly Casperson. And it was someone in our Anchor Moments community that told me, you should listen to Dr. Kelly Casperson. She is a female urologist and she is amazing. And she has talked about how testosterone can really help women with urinary issues and all kinds of things. So my testosterone is going great. No problems there with that or the estrogen. I was hoping that it would help me with weight loss, the testosterone. I was hoping that it would, while I'm losing weight, you can be losing muscle mass. And I was hoping by taking testosterone, it would help me to keep my muscle mass. And I don't know. You have to get I haven't gotten the I think it's a DEXA scan. There's some kind of scan that you can get that tells what percentage of muscle that you have. And I've had a bone density scan, but it wasn't, but it didn't have the muscle thing. So I honestly don't know. But it didn't, I can say this, since being on it, it didn't make my weight loss go faster. It seemed like my weight loss was about the same as it was before I was taking it. So for me, it didn't make a difference really that I know of. But it's made a difference in having less brain fog because, oh my gosh, my brain fog was horrible. And where I could really see it is doing the lives. I remember doing a live about my favorite breakfast. And so you can catch that, my favorite breakfasts that are fast to eat and are healthy. And one of my ideas was you get a slice of high fiber bread and get a cookie cutter. And then you can cut the center out with a cookie cutter and then put it on a pan, maybe lightly butter it, and put it on a frying pan, and then crack an egg into the center where the hole is from the cookie cutter. And I showed a sample of that. And the cookie cutter that I used was a star shape. I couldn't remember the word star. And that scared me. I thought, uh-oh, am I getting dementia? I mean, star, come on. Even when you're a little baby, you learn the word star from the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I mean, how could I not remember the word star? So I was having lots of brain fog. But now, not so bad. I think I'm doing a lot better. It's not going to make me a genius because I wasn't a genius before I was getting the brain fog. But it's really helped a lot in that area too. So less brain fog as well for being on testosterone and estradiol. And real quick, I'm not sure if Jeff's listening in the other room. He was really tired, so he was thinking about taking a nap. And I asked him, I said, hey, I'd like to do my live because I missed everybody yesterday. And he threw up a thumbnail for me real quick. But the box, hey, there's Jeff. Wow, look at you in a swimsuit. Are you going swimming?
Maybe.
Ooh, I love to go swimming, so I might join him here pretty quick. I'm not sure if the pool's going to be warm enough or not. Oh, he's got the thermometer, so we're going to test to see how cold the pool is. Our pool isn't heated. We have a community pool. in our subdivision of homes, and it's not heated, but soon it should be warm enough to go swimming, and it'd be great if it'd be warm enough today. So that's what we'll be doing when we get off. Would you mind, Jeff, bringing the box of testosterone from the bathroom real quick? And there's a reason that I'm asking him to do this. It actually was simply Taisha. She said that she's just started taking testosterone, and it came in the mail, and ordered through her pharmacy where it came in the mail. And since she'd never taken it before, she got a box just like me. She got a box like this, and when you open it up, it has 30 of these packets. And she told her husband, when she opened it, she's like, wow, is one of these packets supposed to be a dob, a little dob of testosterone? Is this what I'm supposed to take in a day? Because it seems like it's more than like a pea-sized amount. And so she wasn't sure, and she almost took a whole package. And see, here's the thing: they don't do this for women, testosterone setup. So when we buy it, it has to be when we buy it, we're getting the testosterone that a guy would get. And a box like this with the 30 packets, this is 1 month for a guy. And for a man, they open up this package and they use this one package. Every day they get a new pack, and they use the entire pack for that day. Well, women only need 1/10. So this packet has got to last a woman 10 days. So I just wanted to pull that out in case that's going to happen to somebody else too. If your doctor, go ahead. And doctors, when they prescribe it, the FDA lets them prescribe it for low libido, because that's what they've tested. Because you know what? I think it's because a lot of doctors and people who do the labs and all that kind of stuff are men. And what are men worried about? That. So that had, and it costs a lot of money to run trials and that kind of thing. And that was worth it to the guys to make sure that their wives still would want them. And so, that'd be a good use for testosterone. And so that was tested, and it does help with libido. But it does so much more than that. But they just haven't spent the money to see other ways that testosterone can help women. So anyway, you get a guy's amount. And so a box like this, without insurance at Costco, when I bought it a year ago, and I didn't use insurance for it, it was about $100.
Now, how long does each pouch last you?
10 days. So getting 30 pouches, this box lasts 300 days for a woman. 300 days. That's a lot of days. So you don't want to do one packet a day, because that'd be too much. Your voice might get too low. You might start growing a beard. You don't want to take a full packet if you're a woman. It's just a 10th. So we do have a video where we have divided up the pack and showed that how to the way we figured out how to divide it up to have 10 equal drops. But to be honest, when I did that for a long time, and then I was kind of like,
one time it dried up.
Yeah, so I have to add a little extra water to make it not so dry, to try to. So anyway, reconstitute it. And so I've been doing it long enough now. I just mark on the calendar when I'm supposed to open up a new tube. And so that way I know I'm not using, that I'm taking at least 10 days to use a tube. And then I'm, one day might have a little bit more than another day, but pretty close. Or a packet. I'm sorry, a packet. Yeah, because it's kind of thin for a packet. But yeah. So that is the long answer on how my testosterone's gone, but it's gone really well.
You put it back?
Sure. Here's the box. Here's the box. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
So anyway, so no complaints. It's been good. It's been really good for me. If anyone has any other questions about that, just ask. Because I am your sister from another mister, not a doctor, but someone who's going through this journey with you. And we got Mindy in the house too. Woo woo! And Pam says, it bad at all for those weeks. Nice. It bad at all. Oh, maybe she switches it up. Yeah, I have been snacky during spring break and I'm up 3 pounds. Yeah, so it's been a little hard. It's been a little hard this spring. I get you. I feel you. And Mindy's in the house. Woo woo. And Mindy says, I just came back from running to CVS to pick up my Mounjaro. I'm going to titrate up to 7.5 next week. Wow. So you're doing that too and titrating up. Oh, and my best advice for you, Mindy, and it's advice I have to remind myself too. Make sure you do have some things, over-the-counter things in your house that you can take just in case you do get for either constipation or upset stomach. So you have some things just in case if it were to give you an upset stomach that you have something like Tums or what else have I used? I haven't used anything for so long. Oh, Gas-X. Gas-X is really helpful. And Pepsid Complete. Pepsid Complete is also very helpful. And I still have plenty of those things in the house. So if I do titrate up to 12.5, I've got that. And if I'm traveling, I take it with me a little bit just in case. So it's good to have that on hand, but probably you'll do just fine. But just in case, yeah, you'll be all set. And Mindy says, not me getting hungry with this Hawaiian sweet roll description. I'm sorry, Mindy. She says, I'm on a clear liquid diet today, so I'm hungry. Oh, no. And Pam says, my family keeps asking when I'm going off, but I feel like I really need to stay at 5 milligrams. Yeah, truly, I don't want to go off. I want to be able to stay on it because it's working. It's working. And if you go off, then you're gonna have the, I don't know. I hope you can stay on it too, but I hope so too. And my doctor that retired, he had told me what he was going to do with me is when I would have stalls, he would, that he would, we would up a dose until we get to the top dose. And then he said, once I lost all my weight, then we would slowly titrate me down to a lower dose, but then I would stay on that dose because I do have type 2 diabetes and it's so helpful with obesity because it helps in multiple ways. So he wasn't going to take me off it. He was going to let me stay on. But anyway, so I'm really curious what my new doctor's thoughts are about Mounjaro. So I will find out next week. And but I'm hoping I stay on it because it has been a game changer. It has been a game changer for sure. And Robin's in the house. Yay! Hey, Robin. Oh, thanks, Mindy. And Mindy wants everyone to remember to give it a like. Thanks so much. Aw. And Mindy says, Taisha is my online therapist. She'll be on the Downsize cruise, so we'll get to meet. Yay! Hey, and if anyone wants to go on the Downsize cruise with us, I'm going to go on it. Mindy's going to go on it. Barb, Health at Any Cost, she's going to go on it too. There's a bunch of us who are going to go on the Downsize cruise in June. So anyway, and I'm so excited. Taisha's going to be there too. Yay. Because I'm really looking forward to meeting her in person and having her on my show. Would love to have you guys get a chance to meet her on my show too, because she's just, she's very spunky and very positive. So I think you will enjoy her big time. And I'm so excited I'll get to meet her in person too. And new channel name, Gina Unmasked. Oh yeah. Hey, you guys, I actually have a mask. That, you know, the mask that's in our bedroom. If there's a book on my bookcase, and it's up here, it's a painted mask.
Plaster?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know it's ugly, but
This is very dirty too.
ah,
And when was the last time you dusted it?
oh, that mat. A long time ago, when I was a Girl Scout leader, I had gone to.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, I think you can get it because I could. It's really. It's an interesting
While I'm
mask.
getting it, go tell them, warn them that it's ugly.
Yes. When I went to I was a Girl Scout leader for a very, very, very long time. And they had a special camp that they let the leaders go to. It was an authentic leadership camp, is what they called it. And so it was just for us volunteer Girl Scout leaders. And one of the activities they had us do is they gave us all these plaster masks, and they were pure white, and we were to decorate the masks. And I tried so hard to make my mask beautiful. And the more I tried to make it beautiful, the uglier it got.
I don't know what Star Trek alien you were aiming for. I'm not sure what planet this would be.
Dun, da, da, da. Yeah. And so I tried, the lips were a little weird. So I tried to make the lip line a little better, and then just made my lips bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it has, and I do talk a lot. So it did work that there was that. Then, I don't know. I thought, I like a lot of colors. I'm kind of a colorful personality. That would kind of describe me. And so I tried to add extra colors. Well, that looked worse.
And then glitter.
Yeah. And so I thought, well, I'll throw some glitter on it. Maybe that'll make it better. And so I put some glitter on there, but not really. Yeah. And so it was so hard. The more I tried to make the outside of my mask pretty, the uglier it got. But then I did the inside of my mask. And the inside of my mask, I put a heart, and I love the color purple, and I added a little bit of glitter in there, and the inside's kind of pretty. And when we were done with our mask, we all had to sit in a circle. And then they told us we had to tell everybody about our mask and how it relates to ourselves. And so I looked at it, and I had this light bulb moment, and I said, the more I try to make myself beautiful on the outside, it hasn't been working for me. And I'd been dieting off and on my whole life. And I just couldn't get the weight off. And I'd try all kinds of different fad diets and things. And I said, and that's pretty much my outside. It really does represent me. I try so hard, and it's just not working. But my inside is pretty because I am a kind person, and the inside of my soul is pretty. It's just the outside packaging had issues. And so that's what I said about my mask. So there you go, Mindy. That's my mask. Ah! And we had so much fun with this. Actually, another funny story. I loved the CEO of Girl Scouts in the state of Arizona, and Tamara Woodbury. And we played a joke on her, and she had her own little cabin to herself at this retreat. And so me and some of the other adults, we all thought that my mask was hideous. And we had laughed about it. And so we snuck up to her cabin, and we knocked on the door and hid in the bushes. And when she opened up the door, we threw my mask through the door, and then we ran away laughing and giggling. And then the next morning at breakfast, we beat Tamara there for breakfast. And so as we were eating our breakfast, Tamara Woodbury came in and she just slowly walked over to my table and she had a gift bag and she plopped it next to my food at my plate and walked off. And I opened up the gift bag. Oh, there was my mask. But anyway, there you go. So there's my mask and my mask story. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you guys get me unmasked. I'm always honest with you each week. And I'll tell you, were things going well or not? Because Mounjaro is not magic. It's not a magic wand. And I've said that 100 times. It's not a magic wand. However, it's very, very helpful. But you still have to do the work. You still have to, it's a tool that can help you with your hunger, but you still have to figure out how much you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, and if you're going to get some exercise in. But and that's what really is helping you to lose the weight. And this is a tool, but it's not a magic wand. Okay. And Pam says, my current win, blood work 1.5 weeks ago, came back fantastic once again. Yay. And liver numbers still in the perfect range. That's awesome, Pam. And insurance agreed to cover for 3 additional months. So I'm so thankful. Oh, that's wonderful, Pam. That is great. Congratulations. And Robin says, going to 12.5 in 3 weeks. No weight loss this month, so it's time. Yeah, talk to your doctor and see what your doctor thinks. And I totally hear you, because yeah, I record my weight on my Fitbit watch, and I haven't lost any weight since either February 8th or February 9th. So it's been a while. Though I did go on a 7-week RV vacation. So so I don't know, I could have gained a whole lot more then, but I didn't, which is good. And Joe L. Gumpher says, I've been on it since May. I've lost 50 pounds. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And you're on 15 milligrams. Okay. And how are you liking 15 milligrams, Joe? Is it still doing the trick for you? But that is great. 50 pounds is wonderful. That's actually was my original goal, was to hit 50, to lose at least 50 pounds. Cause that's what my doctor told me when he first told me about Mounjaro. He's like, oh, Gina, there's so many people with type 2 diabetes that's trying this new, they were part of a study for this new medication, and a bunch of them lost 50 pounds. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I could lose 50 pounds, that would be amazing. And so I was interested, but my insurance didn't cover it the first year when it first came out. And I still have the same health insurance, but they finally covered it for me last year.
Were you diagnosed with diabetes at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had, because that was just, I don't know, about 3 years ago. And I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in October of 2020. So, and right now it's April of 2025. So at the time of this recording, if you're watching it on replay. So yeah, I had type 2 diabetes then. So yeah, 50 pounds, that's fantastic, Joe. Aw, I love how our community cheers each other on too. That is great. And Pammy says, I found that walking really helps me get back on track. Yeah. And you know what? And it does. And Jeff and I, we were very active yesterday when we were helping Jackie with her lemon tree and some of her weeds and stuff. But Jeff and I have been out of the zone because, I do really well when I have a schedule. And Jeff too, and we follow our schedule. And then when we went on vacation, well, then it's like a whole new schedule. And my schedule was when we're driving somewhere, every hour I get out of the van and I walk as fast as I can and get as many steps as I can in the few minutes that Jeff gets gas or whatever. So I'm always constantly getting up and moving. And I'm not traveling now. And when we're traveling, if we stay at a park, well, we're going to go for a hike and look around. And that gives us extra exercise. And if there's a swimming pool, I go swimming. But this last 2 weeks that we've been home, we haven't been active enough other than yard cleanup and cleaning the house to have family come over for Easter. But I need to get back on track. So I'm excited that Jeff wants to go check out the swimming pool, and I'm hoping it won't be too horribly cold that we could do some laps. That would be great. Because if I can get back into doing swimming every day again, oh my gosh, and it's not hard to motivate myself to swim because it's my favorite activity to do. And Pammy says, is it 5:30 in Arizona or 6:30? It is right now. Yeah, it would have been 5:30. And now it is 6 o'clock in Arizona. What time is it in California now, Pamaru? Robin says, prayers up for Barb too, hoping her surgery went well today and recovery is good for her. Okay, that's why a couple of minutes before I went live, I was texting Barb. And I had texted Barb last night to let her know that I was going to pray for her surgery today. And she's back home already. Yay! And her doctor told her the surgery was successful. So, so thank you everyone who was praying for our friend Barb, whose YouTube channel is Health at Any Cost. And Barb has done 2 lives with me on this channel. And Barb has lost like 280 some pounds in the last 3 years. She is a true super responder, and she has type 2 diabetes, and she's a super responder. She is amazing and so friendly and caring, and she is home from her surgery. So we are very blessed to have her back. And hopefully next week she'll be chatting away with us in the chat. And Shorty says, hi, Gina. Hi, everyone. Hey, Shorty. And Pam says, we have 2 Pams in our group, and she's telling the other Pam she's doing great. And Pam says hi to Shorty, too. Okay, and we got Tez, the Bulldog's mom, in the house. Woo, woo. And she says, hello, family. Yay, Cindy, I'm glad you found us. So I know I usually do this on Mondays, but I wasn't able to do it yesterday, but I missed you guys so much. I'm like, I'll just do it today. So I'm just glad to be back with you guys. And Pammy says, Robin, I didn't know Barb was having a surgery today. Prayers that all is well and she has an easy recovery. Yeah, so keep praying for us that are for her recovery for sure. And let's see. Hey, Acre Moments RV's in the house. And he says, Pammy, it's 5:30 in Arizona right now. Yep, I'm behind on my things. Yeah, now it's 6. And Pammy says, oh, neat. We're the same time right now. Oh, okay. So this is the same time as California right now. Okay, good. That is good to know, because sometimes in the year we're off by an hour. And Joe says, I started on Victoza first, then went to Mounjaro for my diabetes. The Victoza, you had to take 1 shot every day. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it's probably really nice to just have to do it once a week, huh? And Shelly says, hi, Gina and everyone. Hey, Shelly. And Pammy says, we had a really good spring break with Easter egg hunts and beach time. Oh, I'm so jealous you get to live in California and see the beach all the time. That is so great. Walking near the ocean, central coast of California. Spent more time with my daughter's oldest bulldog. I call her my fur, I'm going to guess it's fur baby. Let's see. My fur beans. Instead of jelly beans, her fur beans. Aw, sweet. And Robin says, Pam, she talks about it on her Health at Any Cost video of her story of her daughter's birth. Oh, on her health at any cost video of her story of her daughter's birth. I'm not sure if I've seen that one about her daughter's birth. And Pammy says, for granddaughter, Queen Ravina, she has been showing decline. Sadly, she had a seizure Friday and Saturday night. Then Easter Sunday at 8, she suddenly had attack and left us. Oh, no. So you lost fur beans. Sorry about that. It's so hard to lose our fur babies. And Val says, I'm 100% believer in testosterone. Helps with keeping muscle and energy. Libido 100%. Yeah, no complaints there for sure. And and it probably has been keeping my muscle. I mean, I haven't had, I don't know, I mean, I'm not weaker or anything, but I didn't do the official DEXA scan, which I wish I would have been able to do that because it'd be kind of neat to see. Did I gain muscle while taking testosterone and stuff, or, I have no true idea, but so far so good, I guess. And Robin says, and hugs to Pam. Yeah, gosh darn it. So hard to lose our fur babies. And Joe says, I had heartburn on Victoza for 3 weeks, and it went away, and I had the sulfur burping on Mounjaro. I've only had that once, and I wonder what I ate. But one day I did have sulfur burps when we were on our trip. Remember, I was really belchy.
Yes.
Well, I was, and I took Gas X helped me with it.
It was after St. Augustine.
Was it after St. Augustine
Yes.
when I had the sulfur burps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were on our way.
I don't remember how far after that to be, or what we did. But
yeah, because maybe I worried about it because I didn't want to have the burps at your sister Amy's house in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on the road.
Yeah, I bet we did because I was probably nervous about that because it was weird. And I
thought we were having like an earthquake.
Yeah,
it was loud.
Yeah, I had a lot while we were in the van. I had a lot of sulfur burps. Yeah, between St. Augustine and North Carolina. But Gas X really helped. And I don't know, it went away. I don't have it anymore. It was brief, but I did have it for probably a good couple of days. And Val says, I do T-shots, not gel. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm doing the gel. And the gel, like I say, it's really cheap. Without insurance, a year's supply is about $100, which is not bad. And I don't know when it's getting close to my year being up where I'm going to need another box. And I don't know if it'll be covered under my insurance or not. But even if it's not, $100 for a whole year is really worth it. But my doctor didn't tell me anything about testosterone shots. So I just do a little bit of gel. But it's doing the trick, all the things that I need it to do. And Anna's in the house. Hey, Anna. And Sandra says, my win this week was needing new clothes now that it's finally warm here in Minnesota. Started at 4XL and now I'm just a 1XL. Wow, I'm so proud of you, Sandra. That is amazing. Yay. Good job. Oh, and it's going to be fun for you shopping now because you can find 1X lots of places. So that is fantastic. And Robin says Jeff's expression is priceless. Was I almost hitting you again, dude?
No, I think it was the mask.
Oh.
hideous
mask.
But
you know what? I keep it. And I do keep it in my bedroom. I have a bookshelf. And I keep it at the top of the bookshelf. I have it kind of hidden a little bit because I know it is, I don't want to scare Jeff if he looks at it in the middle of the night or anything. But I wanted to keep it because that was quite the memory. And it was a fun memory, teasing Tamara Woodbury, the CEO of Girl Scouts, but it was also a fun discovery memory for me too, to not work quite, I don't have to work quite so hard on the outside, that it's okay as long as I'm kind on the inside. but I got to stay healthy too. That's why I'm working on it now. Health, health, health. And Mindy says, Sandra, that's great. I know, from 4XL to 1XL. That's fantastic. Hey, we got Alonda in the house too. Hey, little Alonda. She says, just jumping in. Hey, everyone. And Sandra says, thanks to Mindy. And Cindy says, great job, Sandra. Hey, we got Laura in the house too. And Laura says, I'm on 7.5, 10 months and down 72 pounds.
You want me to put this
That's
down?
fantastic. I'm sorry, what?
You want me to aim this down?
Oh, sure.
Sorry.
There. Is that better? There we go. So Laura is down 72 pounds, trying to figure out maintenance now. I still can't believe it. I feel like I'm dreaming. I am so proud of you. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And you'll have to talk to your doctor and see what your doctor has to say. And hopefully you'll be able to take like a little bit, see if he wants you to titrate down or just stay at the 7.5. I don't know, but keep us in the loop, and let's, because we'd love to hear about your journey and cheer you on through maintenance too. That's great, Laura. And Cindy says, I've been walking a ton lately and doing lots around the property. Oh, that is great. And at some point, Cindy, we are going to visit you in Tennessee. I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe this summer. And Robin says, I've talked to my doctor and I also have a new one. I've been watching my weight. I have been watching Weight MD, Dr. Megan. Watching. So maybe it must be another YouTube channel. Okay. Huh. I'll have to look for her, Robin, and check her out too. Maybe I can get her on the show sometime. And Pam says, anyone see the story on the news regarding the oral form of GLP-1 coming out in 2026 from Eli Lilly? I believe they said it would be a daily pill. Yeah, and stock in Eli Lilly went up when they made that announcement too. So yeah, that'll be pretty amazing. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see that when that comes out. And Cindy says, Jeff, your reflexes are still on point. Did you see last week when he came out with the helmet? Surprised me. Oh my goodness. And Cindy's giving hugs to Pammy. And Joe says, yes, I'm still on 15 milligrams. Oh, good. And Robin says, that's awesomeness, Sandra Green. Would be fun to meet up sometime since we're both in Minnesota. Hey, yeah. You guys will have to reach out to each other. And Joe says, I've learned a lot with you. Thank you about the testosterone. You're welcome. As I am your sister from another mister, and I do have a playlist about testosterone and about estrogen too, about taking hormone replacement therapy while on a GLP-1. And I also have a playlist about my hysterectomy too, and robotic hysterectomies. If you know anyone who's going through that, it's a little scary in the beginning because you don't know what to expect. And so that's why I did a daily vlog about that. So it'll help others so they don't have to be so scared. And Tammy says, hello, just dropping in. Hi, Tammy. And Alonda says, congratulations to Sandra. And Carol says, good evening, listening to you at the gym while on the treadmill. All right, go Carol, go Carol, go Carol. Good job. That's a win. And Joe says, 6:12 in California. Yeah, so same time in California as it is here. Yeah, and I'm getting caught up. It's 6:15 right now, so I'm getting caught up on all the chat, which is great. And Sandra says, yes, Robin, are you on another app where we can private message each other? Yep. And Carol says, still on 10 milligrams, down 70 pounds. Wow. Day 415 on her journey. Wow, Carol, 70 pounds. That's fantastic. So yeah, so you're doing good on the 10 milligrams. You don't need to go up if you're losing weight that well. That is fantastic. Congratulations. And Cindy says, have a good evening, everyone. Gina and Jeff, missed you both. Glad you're back, but also very happy you're enjoying life to the fullest. Much love to you all. Aw, thanks, Cindy. Oops. Aw. And Sandra's thanking everyone who's been so kind back to her. And Jennifer says, hi. Hey, we got Jennifer Holman in the house. Hi, have missed you all so much. Started a new job and have been traveling so much for work. Looking good, Gina and Jeff. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. And Robin says she was a guest on the Downsized. Oh, that Dr. Megan. Oh, cool. We'll have to check that out. And I'll have to, and that's good to know that she does interviews then. And so we'll see if I can get her on here too. All right. Well, I've gone through all of the chat. If anybody on replay, if you put a comment in the chat, if you have a question or a win, I will respond to you with it within, maybe that day or within a day or two. I really do appreciate all of you. I just want to thank you guys so much. Oh, and oh, wait, Jennifer says, I travel to Arizona often for work. May I meet you? Absolutely, Jennifer. So here's how you guys can reach out to me. I'll give her my email. My email.
On banners.
Here we go. So Jennifer, just email me when you're in Arizona. And yeah, I live in the East Valley in the Phoenix area in Chandler. So yeah, email me when you're going to be in town, and I'd love to meet you. I think that'd be great. And I had so much fun meeting Mindy in North Carolina and meeting Barb in person, Health at Any Cost in Florida. It was so much fun. So yes, I would definitely love to meet you too, Jennifer. That would be great. And Jennifer, if you'd like to do live with me, we could do that too and let everyone get a chance to get to know you better. I think that would be fun if you're up for that. And let's see, back to comments. And Pammy had to leave, but she's back. And Alonda says, I lived in Chandler for 9 years. Oh my gosh, Alonda. And aren't you a teacher too? I could have sworn I saw one of your don't you have a YouTube channel? I could have sworn I saw your YouTube channel. I'm looking at your picture really small there, but you look so familiar. And you lived in Chandler for 9 years. If you still live somewhere close in the Phoenix area, reach out to me, and love to meet you sometime too. That would be great. Yeah, and it is a beautiful area. I love Chandler. Yay! I also wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be starting up our book club, our weight loss book club. The next book we're going to do is Salt, Sugar, Fat, but not this next weekend because another one of my besties' husband passed away, and this weekend is going to be his celebration of life. So I won't be able to do it this weekend, but I will the following weekend. And if you go to my Amazon, I have an Amazon favorites. Oh gosh, that's the wrong one. That's the one that goes ticker. I hate that ticker. Take the ticker off. If you go to amazon.com/shop/anchor moments, you'll see the book Salt, Sugar, Fat. That's going to be the next book that we're going to read. We'll do a chapter a week, and I'll run those on Sundays again, 1 o'clock Arizona time, which right now I guess is 1 o'clock California time, or West Coast, Oregon and Washington, and it'd be 3 o'clock Central, right? 2 hours later, 3 o'clock Central and 4 o'clock Eastern Standard, and maybe 8 o'clock or so in the UK. I'll have to figure that out. But I like to do it earlier so our UK friends and friends in other countries too can catch us on the live for the chat when we do one chapter a week of that. But that is the book that's going to be next. Barb, Health at Any Cost, was the one who recommended that book. And she recommended another book as well, but she said the fat, sugar, salt one is the best one. So we're just going to go with that. So not this Sunday, but probably the following. Hopefully the following Sunday isn't. No, I don't think the following Sunday is Mother's Day weekend. If it's not Mother's Day, we'll start it. So anyway, we're going to be starting it real soon. So if you want to get the book, go ahead, and we'll be working on that. And I just want to thank everyone for showing up, and especially with no notice, since I know I normally do these on Monday night. Oh wait, and look here. They Pam, thanks for this, thanking us for support for losing her fur baby. And Alonda says yes to both teacher and channel. I'm now in Houston. Oh my gosh, Alonda, I was just in Houston. I was in Houston on the way to North Carolina and on the way back from North Carolina. Darn it, I could have met you in Houston, but we'll be back next year in the spring. We're going to go back to North Carolina again. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun seeing Jeff's sister, Amy, and her husband, Josh, and my two nieces. It was so much fun, and so much fun visiting friends and family in Florida, which I have a whole bunch. So I'll be probably going through Houston again on my way to Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, and I'll see my dad again in Georgia, which, by the way, I'll be doing. There's going to be a funny video with me and my dad, me helping him put his Freestyle Libre on for the first time. So at some point here, Jeff's going to edit that, and you'll get a chance to see my biological dad too. And anyway, so it's I'll be definitely going back again. So would love to meet you sometime, Alonda, in Houston. That would be super fun. Oh yeah, take my shot, Mindy. Geez, do you know I didn't take my shot yesterday because I thought, I was bummed that I missed you guys. I thought, you know what, I'll take my shot. I'll do a live maybe tomorrow. But here we go. Let's see. Where should I put it? Why don't I do my arm today? I'll do my. Here we go. And when you do your arm, it's your upper arm, and you need to put it in the fat of your arm. There was one lady who was real worried that she thought I shouldn't do it right here. I think she was thinking of more like right here. But right here for me, that's muscle. I have more muscle there. Where my fat is right down here, because I have lipedema fat too in my arms. So I have a lot of fat in my arms right down here. And I did ask my pharmacist to be sure I'm telling people the right way to do it in your arm. And my pharmacist said, absolutely. You're wanting to do it in the fatty part of your upper arm. So wherever your fat is the most, that's where you would do it on your upper arm. And for me, it is right here, this right here on my upper arm. So, okay, so I took off, you got to take off the plastic part first and then turn it from lock to unlock. And look here, can you see the liquid right here? And there is no gray plunger there. And in a minute, you're going to see the gray plunger. And that's how I'll know that it really went in. Okay. So I cleaned off right about here. All right, I'm going to do it right here today. Plenty fat right there. All right, I'm going to hold it still. You hear the second click? I had 2 clicks there, and I couldn't feel it. It didn't hurt at all. Do I even get a... Well, I was pushing hard so I could see like the red circle around. I don't know if I got a little circle underneath. But let's see. I mean, I 100% couldn't feel it, but look. There now, right there, is a gray plunger. So I know the medicine had to go in, but I 100% didn't feel that. I really needed to look and see that the gray plunger was there, because zero pain. I will tell you though, I've been chatting with you guys for an hour now, and this has been out of the refrigerator for an hour. Couldn't feel it. If I take it right out of the refrigerator and give myself my shot while it's really cold, it does sting a little bit when it's really cold because that needle is really cold. But when it's room temperature, 100% cannot feel it. Okay. But oh my gosh. Thanks so much, Mindy, for the reminder to take my shot. I almost forgot. Hey, and we got Deb Zimmerman in the house. She just got home. Hey, Deb. And Deb says, which book? It's Salt, Sugar, Fat. And the way you find it, because I can't remember who wrote it, and it's in the van right now. So I don't have it in the house, or I would hold it up to show you. But you can find it on my Anchor Moments page on Amazon, amazon.com/shop/Anchor Moments. You'd be able to find it. You'd be able to find it there. And back to comments. And if and then you'll be able to see everything. And you can either get it on Amazon on my link, or you can go to your library or local bookstore. But that's where you'll find the author and stuff of the book. But it's Sugar, Salt, Fat, I think is the name of that book. And Sandra said, I just started listening to Salt, Sugar, Fat this morning. Very good timing. Oh, great. Great. So yeah, so it must be on Audible too. And I'll have Jeff get it on Audible so I can start listening to that as well. Yep, and Robin's also writing, take your shot. Oh, good. And Deb's got it, and she's reading it on Kindle now. Perfect, you guys. Then I probably will start it, but like I say, next week, well, I don't know. We're doing a lot. My girlfriend's husband, he was a pastor too, Pastor Victor Hardy. He was amazing. We're doing 3 days worth of celebration stuff on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, I don't know if I'd make it back by when. So yeah, not this weekend, but in another, if the following weekend isn't Mother's Day, we'll start it that weekend. So it's coming up soon. And Shonda says, hello, everyone. Hey, Shonda. I will be titrating up to 10 milligrams this week. 7.5 has done nothing for me. So yeah, so hopefully 10 milligrams will do the trick. Let us know, Shonda, how that's working out for you, and if the 10 milligrams works. And Pammy says, I agree. That's where I still inject when I do the arm too. Same as you. Yep. You're supposed to inject it right into your fat. And the pharmacist said, and then later, if you lose a ton of weight and you don't have a bunch of fat there, you need to do it maybe you have to find and see if you still have some fat in your legs or fat in your tummy, because it is supposed to go into your fat. And oh, and Michael Moss, thank you, because I didn't know who the author of Fat, Sugar, Salt is, but it's Michael Moss. Thank you, Sandra. And she's listening to it on Audible. Great. Okay. Well, thanks again, everybody, for showing up. And just know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to seeing you guys Monday instead of Tuesday, because usually I'm a Monday night thing unless I'm throwing in something extra. I learned something or have something really special to share. I'll do it a different day of the week. But I'm really excited to be here with all of you guys. And I'll be back on Monday nights, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 5 o'clock in Arizona, and 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock on the East Coast. And Tammy says, nice to meet you all. My internet has been out for a while. I couldn't find you when I came back. Have a wonderful night. You too, Tammy. Thanks for showing up. Joe says, you both are so cute together. You're lucky to have each other. I am really lucky to have Jeff, Joe. Almost lost him a year ago. He had bladder cancer, but he had 2 surgeries and his second surgery was successful and he's doing great now. We've been married 35 years and he is my very, 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 very best friend. And Mindy's peacing out with us. Love you guys. Hold on to your anchor moments and make it a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye.